I'm Jess, I'm 23 years old, I'm a bikini bodybuilder and I train at Crunch in Alexandria. Crunch was actually the first gym that I ever joined when I started going to the gym, when I was like a little cardio bunny doing all my treadmill running. I joined in 2017 or 18, I think. Probably check that on my membership. I started training here, just doing like some cardio, things like that, trying to lose weight because that was the whole thigh gap era. And then I started using the weights and like doing the machines with my friends. Like we would come and like just go on each machine one by one, not really knowing what we were doing. So it kind of progressed from there. And now I'm addicted. I signed up with Crunch because my friend was here and she was like, I can bring a friend for free. And so we used to go together, and then eventually I signed up because it wasn't too expensive, it wasn't like a huge commitment, but then it also got me into the gym environment where I could be around people who were training as well, and it was really motivating that I could like see people training and be like, wow, like that girl's really fit, I want to look like that. So I started with classes, definitely. It was really easy to just like do what the instructors told you to do and be able to just like have a good workout, feel like I've achieved something by the end of it, and like had a good sweat. I was obsessed with burning calories, so that really started me in the gym, and then that turned into starting to lift weights as well. Bodybuilding specifically, 2 years now. Yeah, I love it so much. When I first started bodybuilding, I decided that I wanted to do a show, and then from there I began building period and did that for like a whole year, and then started prepping for my show. Prep is the only time where you're dieting. So when you're building, you're not losing any weight, you're just trying to build as much muscle as you can. So that sometimes means putting on weight. So once I started dieting for show, that's when you cut down all the body fat and reveal the muscle that you built during your off season. So I prepped for 18 weeks. And in that time I lost 10 kilos. Wow. So in peak week, it's like a whole week before, that's when you're like depleting and carving up and trying to make your physique look perfect on that exact moment. If you are looking at bodybuilders, they only look like that for like literally like 5 seconds because of all the like diet protocols that you do to look like that. Dieting, it's definitely difficult. It's very much a mental game, dieting, because you really have to like have your reason why you're doing something. Like you can't just like be like, oh, I just want to like diet. You need to have like a reason why. Like if you're dieting just for like to have a better physique, then you need to be like, I want to look like this. This is what I'm going for. Not I want to lose X amount of kilos, if that makes sense. But dieting in bodybuilding is definitely, it's much more motivating because you have the stage goal and it's set. There's a certain date which you have to look your best, and that's why it's so addictive. Register a couple weeks before, and then you go to the show. Usually you do a couple photo shoots before the show. There's a registration night, so you put your name down, you get your competitor number, that's like the badge that goes on your bikini. So I picked bikini because my body type fits that shape. My genetics like fit with bikini. Wellness is a little bit more like bigger legs, but it's also a step up from bikini. So bikini is probably like the least muscular of all the categories, and yeah, I've only been doing this for 2 years. My proudest achievement would definitely be stepping on that stage. There's no other feeling like it. It was just so like overwhelmingly happy. Like I had worked so hard, like I was dying every single day during prep. You have to get like extremely lean. You have no energy. You're just so depleted. And when you step on stage, it makes it just all worth it. It's euphoric. WBFF, I came 4th in my category in bikini short, and then in IFBB I came 1st and won 1st in both the categories I entered, and then I won overalls as well. So WBFF is more fitness modeling. It's not really a bodybuilding competition, whereas IFBB is bodybuilding straight up. WBFF is a lot more like free flowing in the posing, whereas IFBB there are certain poses which you have to hit, and then everyone gets compared in that certain pose. End goal is Olympia. So I'm still at the beginning. Like I will continue to do this for like years and years because I love it so much, and I want to be the best. So I've got to work for it, and it can take time. My next show is in 2024. I'll be building until then. I need to get enough muscle density to do really well and win my pro card. I was researching it a lot before I started getting into it, so I really made sure that prep was like a perfect one. So I did every little thing. Like I did posing every day, I did my recovery, my stretching, I did like every single session. Like I did not miss one rep, so I don't think I would do anything different, but it's definitely been something that it was my first time. So it's something that I'm going to get used to as I continue on, and like I know for next time what to expect as well. I see myself as a professional bodybuilder, definitely. I really want to become one of the best in the sport. I really want to be known in the community and inspire other little girls to like stop doing cardio, go to the gym, build some muscle. Yeah. So what keeps me motivated is definitely just trying to be a better version of myself. Like I really want to be a better me, like have more muscle than myself last year, have more endurance than myself last year. But it's not all motivation, it's definitely all discipline. It's like, because no one wakes up in the morning and is like, oh my God, gym, so good. You have to like make yourself go, but you'll never regret a workout, 100%. It's really important to enjoy the journey, because if you are just trying to like chase this goal, then you're not going to be able to get there because you're not enjoying every single day. If every single day is a fight, then you need to change something to make yourself enjoy it, or switch something in your mind to make yourself enjoy it. Or like at least like appreciate that you are able to go to the gym. Like some people can't even afford a gym membership. But that's why Crunch is so good, because the memberships are inexpensive. I train 5 days a week. Any more than that, more than 5 days a week, you are kind of giving up your recovery. You don't build muscle when you're training, you're actually tearing the muscle. So the days that you're resting is the days where you're building the muscle. Well, I have to train legs 3 days a week, so yeah, it's my favorite. It has to be. In 2020, I had a hip injury. During COVID and lockdowns, I got my own squat rack in my backyard, and I was doing lots of leg workouts every day because I was so bored. And it just felt good to be moving my body. But then I overused it, and that led to injury in my hips. And I couldn't do any hip hinging movements. I could barely train legs for quite a while, and it was very disheartening, and it was very hard for me because like I knew that I had this goal in a year's time, and like this was like pushing me back, like not letting me do what I needed to do to be the best that I could be. So I overcame it. I went to physio and had a trainer in person show me how to squat properly as well, and like to avoid the pain in my hips. And it was quite a long process. It was probably like 4 months at least where I couldn't train at like actual like the actual intensity that I wanted to. So it was really hard, but you just have to stay consistent. Don't give up during that time where you're injured. Just do the things that you are supposed to do, that your physio gives you, and make sure that you just keep training the other things that you can train, and get ahead. So like I could train my upper body a lot. The gym is probably like my safe haven. It's where like I can just do whatever I want to do, and the results are based on what I put in. So that's why I love training so much, is because the results are based on me and no one else. There's nothing else that's impacting that. So going to the gym really like clears my mind. So that's kind of what kept me going. But it was really, really upsetting when I couldn't do what I wanted to do. It was so good when I could finally squat without pain. It was just like, I was literally like jumping for joy. My coach was like, good job. I'm just, yes. But yeah, once I could get back into it, like it was back into the swing of things. But always like keeping that in mind, not going overboard, because obviously my hips are still like not completely repaired, but it was a little bit disheartening again because I was so behind from everyone else. Like I look at someone else and they're squatting like 3 times what I'm squatting, and it's like, oh, like, you know, like I'm weak. But you just have to remember to focus on yourself, focus on what you can do, focus on what is going to make you better, and not worry about other people. They have their own issues. Just stay consistent. That's it. Literally just stay consistent. Whatever you're doing, just make sure you're doing it every single day, and that you have the goal in mind. Then just continue to do it and do it and do it, because you're not gonna become a bodybuilder in one session. Like you can have one really good session, but if you don't continue to have good sessions every day, then like nothing will happen. And be patient as well. Like results can take time. You can be working for so long and not see a single difference, and then one day you'll look in the mirror and be like, whoa. Or like you'll look at a photo from before and be like, when did that happen?